How's it going, everyone, and welcome to our July safety meeting. This month we're going to be going over personal protective equipment, and pretty short and sweet. Nothing too long and drug out here. We've got the introduction to go over, types of PPE uses, training, and summary. So, what is personal protective equipment, or also known as PPE? Uh, PPE is worn to minimize exposure to workplace hazards that cause injury and illnesses. Some examples would be chemicals, radiology, electricity, and mechanical moving parts. What can be done to ensure proper use of PPE? Well, you got to keep it clean. Keeping it clean will keep it reliable. Of course, training. When necessary, you have to know the kind needed. You have to know how to put it on, adjust it to properly fit you, take it off properly. Know the limitations of the PPE. You got to take care of it, and know the useful life of the equipment and how to dispose of it properly. Of course, when you need something new PPE, turn it into us and we'll dispose of it properly for you. That way we can get you issued a new piece of PPE that's needed. PATCO employees will always wear a hard hat, safety glasses, and safety-toed boots on every job site. Alright, types and uses of PPE. Hard hat. There's all sorts of classification of hard hats out there. As long as you're wearing the one that's issued to you from us, you'll be wearing the proper one for the job you do, which will be a Class E. Class E means electrical. Safety glasses, they must be stamped from the manufacturer with the Z87.1 plus. Got to have that stamp on there. If you don't, your eyes aren't protected properly. Safety toe boots. We don't wear shoes here. We have to guard the ankles, so they have to be boots. Your footwear it is. As far as a safety toe goes, you can have a steel-toed or a composite-toed boot. Just as long as either one of those toes aren't exposed, I'm fine with it. But don't let those toes become exposed from worn-out boots. Walmart has the stuff you can kind of paint on them to keep the toes protected. Metatarsal guards. Some boots have metatarsal guards in them already, but if they don't, and you're needing a metatarsal guard, they make the plastic guards that you can lace up on the outside of your boot to protect the top of your foot behind the toe. Earplugs. You don't want to lose your hearing, so make sure you got your earplugs in where it's needed. Of course, once you start raising your voice to communicate, have normal communication with someone, go ahead and put those in, because it's about 85 decibels about that time. Gloves. Anytime you're working around sharp edges, cutting anything, make sure you get some gloves on, or even anything that's hot. Get some gloves on, protect your hands. High-vis clothing. Make sure you wear high-vis clothing in high traffic areas. Anytime heavy equipment's moving around, get that on. Get the high-vis clothing on so the operator can see you, and the high traffic area people can see you there too. Fire retardant clothing. Of course, it's more for the oil field guys, or if you're working in a hot panel, which we'll cover here in a minute with arc flash equipment. If you're on any oil site, you want to have that fire retardant clothing on, because you never know when something's going to catch on fire out there. Personal fall arrest system. Anytime you're 4 feet or above working, the walking working surface, whether it be scissor lift, boom lift, bucket truck. Go ahead and put that fall arrest system on. You don't want to fall off and hurt yourself. Arc flash equipment. Again, the arc flash bags that we have has pretty much a spacesuit in it, what we like to call them. You want to have it on if you're in an open panel. Have your hard hat with the face shield on it. All your gloves. Make sure you don't, if something were to arc in there, it doesn't hurt you. Gas monitors. Whether you're out in the oil field or you're having to go into a confined space, make sure you have a gas monitor. Test the air, so you can know if the air is hazardous and you need to get out of there. Lockout tagout system. Make sure that you are always turning things off before you work on them if it's possible. Lock it out, tag it so no one can come by and turn it on while you're working on it and you get shocked. We would not want that. Training for PPE. Training on PPE provides the employees, all of you, with the knowledge of how and when to wear these devices properly. There are 4 ways to get rid of hazards on the job site. First would be administrative. That would be supervisor coming in and saying, well, there's heavy equipment working over in this area, so we can go over here and get stuff done over here. That way we're staying away from them and not having to go over there and get in their way or them in our way. So that'd be something administrative. Engineering would be side rails, covering holes in floors, guards on tools. That would be engineering ways. Training, we come out and we train you on how to work around whatever hazard would be on the job site. And PPE will always be the last line of defense against a hazard. That means we can't get around it administratively. There are no guards or anything to protect from the hazard, and we've gone through the training and we still can't get around what we're needing to get around. So then we would put on our PPE and get to work. Out there. And that pretty much does it for our July safety meeting. If you have any questions or concerns, you can get a hold of me. If you need anything, you can get a hold of me. If you're not sure how to get a hold of me, ask your supervisor or ask someone you're working with. It's the end of the month. Go ahead and get your fire extinguisher signed off, checked and signed off. AEGCP started last month, the beginning of this month. Cord colors should be red now, and you should have already had your AEGCP form signed off and sent in to me with your inspections. As far as YouTube sign-off goes, YouTube is free. You can make a free account. That's the only way it'll let you comment. If you're working with several people, then you can all sign off under one account. I'm fine with that. We don't need 2 of the same account comments signing off. It's kind of redundant. So you can all sign off on one account, which is perfectly fine. If you need anything from me, just let me know, and we will see y'all out there.